We're given that x and y are positive integers and that the absolute value of x minus 2 is less than 2 minus y. And we're trying to solve for what is x times y. So one thing about absolute values is that if you have an absolute value here, let's say you have a is less than b, this is the same thing as saying negative b is less than a is less than positive b. So we can essentially remove the absolute values when we're trying to solve these type of equations by converting it into this form, where we make the left-hand side a negative when it's a negative number, and then kind of flipping the sign this way. And so this equation here basically breaks out into two cases. Case one is this here, where it's kind of less normal, like as if there was no absolute value. So on this case one right-hand side, we have x minus 2 is less than 2 minus y. And if we solve it, we have x is less than 4 minus y, which is also x plus y is less than 4. So all we know from this right-hand side is that x plus y has to be less than 4. Now we also have to figure out what happens when a is negative. And so what happens in this case on the left-hand side here. So in case 2, we'll have x minus 2, like we did before. But this time, because it's like the negative value, we flip the inequality. And we also make the y, the 2 minus y, a negative value. And if we simplify this, we'll have x minus 2 is greater than, this could becomes y minus 2. And then if you add 2 to both sides, you have just that x is greater than y. So this equation here and this equation here are what we've ended up with. And we have to combine these two equations to find a positive integer value of x and y where these both are true. So using both facts together, the only logical solution is that x equals to 2 and y equals to 1.